You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for our Black and White Sports 2. Well, this is NFL trade deadline day, and we've got some real moves out there, but two we're going to focus on, including one that was heavily rumored and another one that is a flat shocker. A flat shocker. Nobody saw this coming at all. It came out of nowhere, and it is the Atlanta Falcons. They have traded Calvin Ridley, their big-time wide receiver. They have traded him to the Jacksonville Jaguars. There's a lot of stipulations as to what this trade is going to end up being. Larry Brown Sports, and then we got PFT. Jaguars made a big trade ahead of Tuesday's deadline with an eye to the distant future. Ian Rappaport of NFL Media reports the Jags have acquired star wide receiver Calvin Ridley in a trade with the Atlanta Falcons. The compensation for Atlanta will depend on the number of different factors, including when Ridley is reinstated from indefinite suspension. It is still a joke that his suspension is as long as it is when you compare it to something like what happened with Deshaun Watson. It's nuts. There are conditions attached to this trade, according to Ian Rappaport. For Calvin Ridley, if he gets reinstated by a date, it's worth a 2023 fifth. Otherwise, it's for a sixth. If he makes the team in 2024, it's a fourth. If he hits playtime milestone, it's a third. If Jacksonville gets a long-term deal done, it's a 2. Wow. Ridley was suspended back in March for at least the entire 2022 season after an investigation determined he gambled on NFL games. The former first-round pick tried to downplay the situation in a series of tweets. Ridley played in just 5 games for the Falcons last season before he stepped away to focus on mental health. He placed the bets while he was away from the team. While his future is uncertain, the deal is worth a risk. For the Jaguars, Ridley is an extremely talented receiver, and Jacksonville will give up next to nothing if he ever ends up playing for them. I agree with that. Ridley enjoyed a breakout season in 2020, caught 90 passes for 1,374 and 9 TDs. One team was reportedly close to trading for Ridley before he was suspended during the off-season. Wow, a shocker out of nowhere. Broncos trade Bradley Chubb to the Dolphins. How about that? And I think that probably signals that the Broncos, with the way their offense is struggling and Russell Wilson just punted on the season. Broncos trade Bradley Chubb to the Dolphins for a package including my Niners, that first-round pick, that Trey Lance pick. Bradley Chubb is headed to Miami. Chubb, the Broncos linebacker, who has been the subject of trade talks for the last few weeks, has been traded to the Dolphins. The package the Dolphins are giving up will be the 49ers 2023 first-round pick, the Broncos 2024 fourth-round pick, so they're sending one of their old picks back to them. Running back Chase Edmonds for Chubb, and the Broncos 2025 pick, fifth-round pick, according to Adam Schefter of ESPN. So they're actually getting a pick back in that too. The Dolphins have the 49ers first-round pick because the 49ers traded up with them to draft Trey Lance. In 2021, the Dolphins forfeited their first-round pick for violating NFL tampering rules. Chubb arrived in Denver as the 5th overall pick in 2018, and he's in the 5th and final season of a 5-year rookie contract. Dolphins certainly expect to sign Chubb to a long-term deal, or else they wouldn't have made the trade. And they go on to talk about the Dolphins think they're a Super Bowl contender right now. Buffalo, Kansas City, I don't know. I mean, look, the Dolphins have had some flashes this season, but playoff contenders, absolutely. I would agree with that. maybe a Super Bowl contender. I don't know that I would want to make that leap as of yet. Going to be interesting to see what happens with the Calvin Ridley thing. I think it's absurd that he was given that many games. I think, they should have given him 6 games. And in fact, he should be coming back right about now. Instead, he's out for the entire season and maybe longer. It's indefinite. Once again, Watson got a shorter suspension than Calvin Ridley. One of the craziest, biggest injustices maybe we've ever seen in the NFL. It's nuts. It's wild. By the way, side note, TJ Hawkinson traded in division from the Detroit Lions to the Minnesota Vikings. And Claypool, Chase, went to the Bears. I thought the Bears were sellers when they traded Roquan Smith, but they got Justin Fields, a real wide receiver weapon. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.